You're scrolling your phone, maybe halfway through a sandwich, when the world just pauses. Every news outlet is saying the same thing. A signal from space. And it's not random. At first, you think it's clickbait. But then NASA, the European Space Agency, even backyard telescope dudes on Reddit are all buzzing about the same thing. A repeating pattern coming from deep space. It's not a pulsar, not a black hole, not even static. It's a perfectly timed pulse. Like Morse code. But alien. You've heard of WOW signals before, right? Those one-time weird blips we get from the cosmos and never hear again. This one's different. It's still going. Like it's waiting for a reply. Scientists are freaking out in the most polite way possible. Lots of whiteboards and coffee. Some say it's just a rare space phenomenon. Others say no way. This is too clean. Too intentional. And here's the part that hits you. If it is intelligent, that means someone out there knows we exist. They've found us. And suddenly, the biggest question we've ever asked as a species slams into reality. Are we alone? You start thinking about everything. The size of the universe. All those stars. All those planets. And now, this signal. You're not a conspiracy theorist, but let's be honest, this doesn't feel like nonsense. People start listening closer. Patterns emerge. Some claim to hear mathematical sequences. Others think it's a greeting. But here's the thing. If someone's sending a message from across the stars, then the real question isn't just who they are. It's why they're reaching out now. And even scarier, what do they want from us? So now the signal is real. Verified. Repeating. Still coming in. And suddenly, Earth does what Earth does best. It panics. Governments go full lockdown. Press conferences get canceled. World leaders stop waving and start whispering. You notice weird phrases in official statements like preliminary interstellar anomaly and citizen safety protocols. Translation? They have no idea what's going on, and they're trying really hard not to freak you out. Too late. Meanwhile, social media turns into a galactic circus. Memes, live countdowns, people decoding the signal in their basements with cereal boxes and aluminum foil. YouTubers live stream their first contact reaction like it's a Marvel trailer. And in the background, the signal keeps ticking. Churches fill. So do grocery stores. Someone in Florida tries to marry the signal. That one billionaire, you know the one, announces he's building an escape rocket for humanity. And tickets are only $1 million each. No refunds. Everyone reacts differently. Some cheer. Some build bunkers. One guy sets up a Welcome Aliens booth on his lawn with lemonade and tinfoil hats for sale. $10 a pop. But underneath the chaos, the same question loops in everyone's mind, on every phone screen, every news headline, every whispered conversation over dinner. Are they friendly? And nobody knows. Because the truth is, we've never done this before. We've imagined it, books, movies, games, but this is real. You can feel it. The way your chest tightens every time that signal pulses. The way the world looks just a little different now. Every night, more people stare at the sky. Not for stars, for answers. And just when it starts to feel like the panic is cooling down, like maybe we can sit and breathe and just observe this thing, the signal changes. It's no longer just pulses. It's something else. Something deliberate. You don't need to be a scientist to see it. This isn't just a hello. It's a message. And if there's a message, that means someone expects us to do something. Now what? Okay. Deep breath. The signal just shifted. Again. But this time, it's not just sound. It's data. Patterns within patterns. Visuals. Instructions. It's like getting a cosmic IKEA manual, but instead of a chair, it might build a portal, a machine, a black hole blender. Nobody knows. But here's the twist. It's not gibberish. The instructions are made for us. Literally encoded using prime numbers, pi, physics constants, stuff any civilization with science could understand. And the thing is, it's buildable. So now, Earth enters its most awkward group project ever. Scientists from every country start collaborating. Not because they want to, but because no one wants to be left out if this thing actually works. Some say it's a gift. Others say it's a trap. Politicians argue. Religious leaders debate. Reddit is 93% sure it's a Stargate. But the machine? It starts coming together anyway. Piece by piece. Bolts the size of cars. Rings that hum when you get close. It doesn't look like anything we've ever built, but somehow it feels familiar. Still, nobody knows what happens when we turn it on. Do aliens pop out? Does Earth implode? Or do we just get rickrolled by a higher species? But curiosity wins. Because we're human. We touch glowing buttons. We poke mysterious artifacts. We open doors labeled "Do Not Enter." So when the last component clicks into place, you're not thinking about risk, or fear, or survival. You're thinking, what's on the other side? So, the machine is built, and for 3 whole days, nothing. It just sits there, silent, immense, buzzing slightly, like it's waiting. Then, without warning, it activates. No countdown, no dramatic music, just a low hum, a shimmer in the air, and then something arrives. But it's not a spaceship. No glowing saucers. No chrome robots stepping out dramatically in slow motion. What shows up doesn't even have a shape. Not really. It's light, movement, a distortion in reality, like the air itself is thinking. You stare, unsure if it's even there, and your brain kind of refuses to process it. It's like your mind keeps trying to turn it into something familiar, a person, a shadow, a symbol, but it just keeps shifting. It doesn't speak. There's no "take me to your leader" moment. Instead, it shows you things. Not on a screen, not in words, directly. In your mind, you see humanity, zoomed out. Our cities, our oceans, our wars, our compassion. Your own life flashes somewhere in the mix. It's not judging exactly, but it is watching, measuring, and then your DNA. Not just yours, everyone's, layer by layer, like it's checking our work, like it's verifying whether we're worth the effort. You start to realize they've been observing us for a long, long time. And here's the wild part. They're not here to trade, or conquer, or save us. They're here to decide. Decide if we're ready. For what? We don't know. But it's clear this is a test. Not of our technology. Not even of our intelligence. Of our choices. And just when we're finally starting to understand, just when the pieces are clicking into place, they leave. No goodbye. No grand exit. Just gone. And all that's left behind is silence. And the feeling that whatever just happened, it meant everything. And then nothing. The machine powers down. The distortion disappears. The signal, silent. They're gone. No souvenir. No answers. No thanks for participating. Just gone. And for a moment, the world feels hollow. Like we were part of something huge. And now we're back to scrolling news and paying bills. Except everything's different, and no one can quite explain why. But you feel it. Everyone does. The knowledge that we're not alone. That sticks. Governments try to spin it. Scientists argue on TV. Some people think it was a warning. Others think it was a miracle. But one thing is clear. We passed. Barely. And that changes everything. Technology accelerates fast. Because now, we know someone out there is watching. Countries start working together, kind of. Nobody wants to be the reason Earth fails round 2. We stop asking, are we alone? And start asking, who else is watching? And late at night, when it's quiet and you're staring up at the stars, you start to wonder, was that the only contact? Were they the first, or just the scouts? Was this a test, or just the first part of something bigger? You don't have answers. But now, neither does anyone else. And maybe that's what brings us together. Because deep down, you know they'll be back. Or worse, someone else will.